Division of two rational numbers. We have two rational numbers and we will make a division. To divide the rational number minus 2 over 3 divided by 4 over 5, you multiply minus 2 over 3 by the multiplication inverse of 4 over 5, which is 5 over 4. Here, he asked us to complete. Minus 2 over 3 divided by 4 over 5 is equal to, we will write minus 2 over 3 and we'll change divided by 2 multiply. And we take the multiplication inverse of 4 over 5, which is 5 over 4. This will be equal minus 2 times 5 is equal to 10. 3 times 4 is 12. Equal minus, if we divide by 2, this will be 5 and this will be 6. This is 5 over 6. So the answer minus 5 over 6 is the simplest form. يعني بمعنى انك لما تيجي تقسم two rational number انت بتقلب القسمة الى ضرب. طالما قلبت القسمة لضرب تيجي تقلب الريشنال نمبر اللي بعد علامة القسمة تقلبه، يعني هو 4 على 5 تخليه 5 على 4. دي الفكرة. So if A over B and C over D are rational numbers, and of course C over D is not equal to 0, then A over B divided by C over D is equal to A over B multiply D over C. D over C. زي ما قلت لك بتقلب القسمة إلى ضرب وبتقلب الرقم اللي بعده، اللي تحت فوق واللي فوق تحت. Calculate the value of each of the following. Number A, we have minus 5 over 5 divided by minus 2 over 3. So we said that before, we have to change divided by 2 times and write the multiplication inverse of this rational number. So this will equal minus 5 over 5 times minus multiplicative inverse will be 3 over 2. This will equal minus times minus is equal to plus, but we don't write the plus sign. 5 times 3 is 15, 4 times 2 is 8. And this is the simplest form of the answer. B, we have minus 3 and 3/4. So we will put it on the form of A over B as we multiply 4 times 3 is 12 plus 3 is 15 over 4 divided by also 4 times 2 is 8 plus 1 is 9 divided by 4. This will be equal minus 15 over 4 and change division to multiply, and we will take the multiplicative inverse of this rational number, which is minus 4 over 9. This will equal, we can eliminate 4 with 4, and minus times minus is plus, we don't write plus, 15 over 9. This equal, if we divide by 3, this will become 5. 9 times 3 is 3, and this is the simplest form of the answer. You can solve this. Also, this, we can solve this together. This will be minus 14. 14 can be divided by 1. Divided by minus 4 over 7. This equal minus 14 divided by 1 times, take the multiplicative inverse, which is 7 over 4. So this divided by 2 is equal to, and this is equal to 7. This equal minus times minus is plus. We don't write plus. 7 times 7 is 49 divided by 2. We have the numerator is bigger than denominator, so we can divide using the scientific calculator 49 divided by 2, or use this way. Divide 49 divided by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. And we have 9. 9 divided by 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 9 minus 8 is equal 1. 1 is smaller than 2. So the answer will be 24 as the integer number, 24, and the remainder is 1, which we write it at the numerator, and we have denominator is 2. This is the denominator. So the answer will be 24 and half. Here for D, 0 times 5 over 3. And we know if we multiply any rational number times 0, the answer will be 0. This one is normal, and also this one. But for this one, take 7 as 7 over 1. The multiplicative inverse will be minus 1 over 7. And this will be multiplied, and we have here 3 over 8. It is very, very easy. You can solve them. Calculate the value of each of the following, then put the result in its simplest form. Be careful, because you may forget this question. Require. For number A, we have to put the rational number on the form of A over B, as we multiply 5 times 2 is 10, plus 1 is minus 11, is 11. So this will be minus 11 over 5, divided by, also this 2 times 5 is 10, plus 1 is 11 over 2. This will be equal minus 11 over 5. The divided by, we will change it to multiply, and take the multiplicative inverse, which is 2 over 11. We can eliminate this 11 with that one, so the result will be minus 2 over 5. And this is in the simplest form. B and C are the same. We can solve D together. 4 times 6 is 24, plus 1 is 25. So this is equal 25 over 4, divided by, we will put minus 15 on the form of A over B. How? We divide 15 by 1, because 15 divided by 1 is equal to 15. So here we have minus 15 over 1. This will be equal 25 over 4. We change divided by to multiply. So we have to take the multiplicative inverse of 15 over 1, which will be 1 over 15. This number ends with 5, and this will end also with 5. Both can be divided by 5. So 15 divided by 5 is 3. 25 divided by 5 is 5. This will be equal 5 times 1 is 5. 4 times 3 is 12. And we have here plus times minus is minus. Because here there is a plus, but we don't write plus. And you know, minus times minus is equal to plus, but minus times plus is equal to minus. And this is in the simplest form. Calculate the value of each of the following, then put the result in simplest form. Don't forget to put the result in simplest form. Number A, we have division here. So this will be equal minus 18 over 5. We change divided by into multiply. So we have to take the multiplication inverse of this rational number, which will be 35 over 9. 35 over 9 times minus 3 over 7. So we can eliminate this with divided by 9 by 9 is equal 1. 18 divided by 9 is equal 2. And 5 divided by 5 is 1. 35 divided by 5 is equal to 7. So this will be minus 2 times 7 is 14. 1 times 1 is 1. Multiply by minus 3 over 7. Divide 7 by 7, which is 1. And 14 divided by 7 is 2. So this will be equal minus times minus is positive, but we don't write the positive sign. 2 times 3 is 6. Divided by 1 times 1 is equal 1. 6 divided by 1 is equal to 6. For number B, we have to put the rational number on the form of A over B first. So this will equal 3 times 1 is 3 plus 2 is equal 5. So this will be minus 5 over 3 times 3 times 4 is 12 plus 2 is 14 is equal to 14. So it will be multiplied by 14 over 3. And all of this divided by 9 times 6 is 54 plus 1 is 55 divided by 9. Here minus times plus is equal. Here is plus, but we don't write the plus. So minus times plus is equal minus. 5 times 14 is 70. 3 times 3 is 9 divided by, okay, we will change divided by to multiply. And we have to take 9 over 52. So we can eliminate this 9 with that one. This number ends with 5. And this ends with 0. So both can be divided by 5. 55 divided by 5 is equal 11. And 70 divided by 5 is 14. So this will equal minus times plus is minus and minus here, and 14 times 1 is 14 divided by 1 times 11 is 11. And this is the result in the simplest form. Of course, for C it is very easy. You can solve by yourself, but here put minus 1 as minus 1 over 1. Put it on the form. Always put the rational number in the form of A over B. And this will be 4 times 2 is 8 plus 1 is 9. It will be 9 over 4. You have to solve this multiplication first and then finish the division. You can solve it by yourself. It is very easy. If x is equal to 3 over 2, y is equal minus 1 quarter, and z is equal minus 2. Find the simplest form of the numerical value of each of the following. For number A, we have x plus z divided by y minus z. We replace each variable with its value. So this equal x is 3 over 2 plus z is minus 2 divided by y is minus 1 quarter minus z is minus 2. So we have to get this addition and that one. Okay, here we have 3 over 2. Minus 2 can be written as minus 4 over 2 in order to get the same denominator divided by also minus 1 quarter minus 2 here to get minus 2 is minus 2 over 1. To get the denominator as 4, we multiply 1 times 4. So 2 at the numerator must be multiplied by 4 also. So this will be minus 8 over 4. The denominator is 2. And here we have this a plus and this is minus. We have two numbers, 3 and 4 with different sign. So we have subtraction. 4 minus 3 is 1. 4 is bigger than 3, so we will take its sign, which is minus. Divided by the same. We have 4 as a denominator, and here we have minus 1 is here. Minus of minus 8. Minus times minus is plus. So this will be plus 8. We have minus 1 plus 8. Different signs, so we have subtraction. This is minus half. This subtraction is minus 1 plus 8. 8 minus 1 is 7, and 8 is bigger than 1, so we will take its sign, which is plus. So this is 7 over 4. We have divided here. We will replace divided with multiply. So we have to write multiplicative inverse, which is 4 over 7. So this will be minus times plus is minus. We can simplify this. 2 over 2 is 1. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So we have minus 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 7 is 7. So this is the solution in the simplest form. Minus 2 over 7. Number D. X plus y over z means divided by z. Also, we replace every variable with its value. And here we have 4 and 2 at the denominators. 2 multiplied by 2 to give the same denominator here. We multiply 2 times 2. So we have to multiply 3 times 2 also, which is 6. 6 over 4 plus 1 over 4 divided by minus 2. 2, always write the integer on the form of a over b. So 2 is 2 over 1. Here we have the same denominator, which is 4. And 6 plus 1 is 7, divided by this. We will replace divided by with multiply, so we have to take the multiplicative inverse, additional number. So this will be minus 1 over 2. Plus, we have here plus, but we don't write plus, as I told you. Plus times minus is equal to minus. 7 times 1 is 7. 4 times 2 is 8. So this is the simplest form of the answer. Find the rational number halfway. Be careful. Halfway, half means 1/2. Halfway between 9/4 and 7/6. Okay, I will ask you a question. If I have 1 and here we have 3, what is the number halfway between these two? Of course, one will say it is 2. Correct. Why? Because here is 1, here is 2, and here is 3. 2 at the halfway of 1 and 3. How can we calculate it? You have to see which one is the smallest number, 1. And you have to add another number, which is half times the difference between the greater one, which is 3, minus the smallest one, which is 1. So this will be equal 1 plus 3 minus 1 is 2. Half times, we multiply half times 2. 2 is 2/1. So this will be equal 1. The result will be 1 plus 1 is equal 2, which is the halfway between 1 and 3. This is the main idea of solving these questions. So let us start with this one. We say if the smaller number is 9/4 and the greater number is 17/6. How can you know? Of course, we have to make the same denominator. Same denominator will be 12. So for this, 4 times 3 is 12. And we must multiply 9 times 3, which gives 27. What about this? 6 multiplied by 2 gives 12. The same denominator here. 6 times 2, so we have to multiply 17 times 2 also, which gives 34. So, which is smaller? Of course, this one, which is 9/4. So, we'll take the small number plus halfway. So, we must multiply half times difference between the biggest number minus the smallest number, which are 17/6 minus 9/4. It became very easy. We have 9/4 plus half of. We have 6 and 4. So the denominator will be 12, as I told you here. So this will be 34 divided by 12 minus 4 times 3 is 12. So 9 times 3 is 27. This will be equal 9/4 plus half. We have 12 as the denominator. And what about the numerator? Both have different sign. Here is positive and here is negative. So we have to subtract the two numbers and take the sign of the biggest one. Subtract 34 minus 27 is 7, and 34 is bigger than 27, which sign is plus, so we will take the plus sign, but we don't write as a plus sign. This will be 9/4 plus 2 times 12 is 24. 1 times 7 is 7. So we have to make this denominator is 4 and this is 24. we must have the same denominator. So if we multiply 4 times 6, it will give 24. So 9 must be divided by 6 also. We have 24 here as a denominator. 9 times 6 is 54. This one, 54 over 24. Plus, this one will be 7 over 24. So, the denominator is 24. We have to multiply these two, which give 61. So, the 61 over 24 is the irrational number halfway between 9 over 4 and 17 over 4. Find the irrational number that lies 1/3. 1/3 means 1 over 3. You have to know what is the meaning of 1/3, 1/2, quarter, and so on. 1/3 of the way between these two irrational numbers. First, we have to make all irrational numbers on the form of A over B. You will notice that always I told you we have to put the irrational number on the form of A over B. We will take minus 1/2. It will be 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 over 2. Notice that the denominator must be the same. What is the denominator here? It is 6. So, this denominator must be 6. How it can be 6 if we multiply 2 times 3? So, we have to multiply the numerator times 3 also. This will give minus 9 over 2 times 3 is equal to 6. Compare between this and that one. We have the same denominator. Be careful. We have here minus and here minus. If we don't have minus, you will say 9 over 6 is greater than 5 over 6. But if we have minus, this will be less than. So, which is smaller number? This one, which is minus 9 over 6. This is the smaller. So, the rational number will be, we take the smaller number and add. He asked for 1/3. Be careful. So, add 1/3 times the difference between the biggest one, which is minus 5 over 6. This is the biggest number. Minus the smallest one, which is minus 1/2. Minus 1/2 is minus 9 over 6. It becomes very easy. Here we have the same denominator, but be careful. This minus multiplied by this minus. Minus times minus give plus. So we have minus 5 plus 9. Two numbers with different signs, so we have to subtract. 9 minus 5 is 4. 9 is bigger than 5, so we will take its sign, which is plus, but we don't write the plus sign. And the denominator is 6. We have to multiply this first. 1 times 4 is 4. 3 times 6 is 18. Okay, again, denominator here is 18 and here is 6. We must have the same denominator. So, if we multiply 6 times 3, it will give 18 as this one. We multiplied here times 3, so we must multiply the numerator times 3 also. So, this will be minus 27 over 18 plus 4 over 18. We have the same denominator, and here we have minus 27 and plus 4. Two numbers with different sign. So we have subtraction. 27 minus 4 is 23, and 27 is bigger than 4. We take its sign, which is minus. The required additional number is minus 23 over 8. If a times b over 2 is equal a over 2, then b, we can take over 2 here. So we have a over 2 times b is a over 2. Then b must be equal to 1. Number b, x over 3 minus 4 is equal 6. So this will be equal, okay, we have 6 over 3. We take minus 4 to the other side of the equation. We have to change its sign. Its sign is minus. So it comes here with plus 4. And we have here 6. This is 10. 10 is 10 over 1. So x times 1 is equal to 3 times 10, which is 30. So we get x is equal to 30. So here we replace x with 30. The same denominator. We write the denominator and we have to add the numerator because both have the same sign, which is plus. It will give 32. This is the result, 32. Here we have 4x minus 4 is equal 11. Y is 3x, then x is what? Okay, y is equal to 3x. We can replace y here in this equation with the 3x. So this will give 4x minus y is equal to 3x. So 3x is equal 11. 4x minus 3x is 1x. You remember, we took something like that. We take x outside the bracket, and we have 4 minus 3 is 1. So x is equal to 11. So we must write x is equal 11, which is this one. Here we have x over y is equal 1. So 2x minus 2y equal, very easy. We have here x over y equal 1. 1, it can be written as 1 over 1. So multiply this. X times 1 is equal x equal y times 1 is y. So we have x is equal to y. So 2x, we can replace 2y with the 2x. Okay, take x outside the bracket. So we will have 2 minus 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. So 0 multiplied by x is equal 0. 0 times any variable or any number is equal to 0. So the answer will be 0. Find the rational number in halfway. Halfway. So it is 1 over 2. Between each of the following. Okay, we solved a lot of them before. We say we have to compare between both rational number, and we have to know which is the smaller one. Here, look at the denominator, 8 and 9. So the common denominator will be 8 times 9, which is 72. So 3 over 8 is equal to, here we will multiply 8 times 9 to get 72. Also 3 must be multiplied by 9. This is 27. And what about the 4 over 9. 9 multiplied by 8. 2 to get 72 as the other denominator. Here we have multiplied 4 also by 8. 4 times 8 is 32 over 27. So which is smaller? This or that? Of course, this one is the smallest number. So the rational number will take the smaller number plus. He asked for halfway. It means we have to take half times the biggest one, which is 32 over 27 minus the smallest one, 27 over 72. And you can continue as we did before. It becomes very easy. This will be the same. Of course, that one. But what is the common denominator? It will be 11 times 4, which will be 44. Here, you have to multiply 9 times 34 to get the common denominator. Here, this is big number, so you can make analysis of 160 and 42. 160 divided by 2 is 8. Divided by 2, 40. Divided by 2, 20. Divided by 2 is 10. Divided by 2 is 5. Divided by 5 is 1. Divided by 1 is 1. And 42 divided by 2, it gives 21. Divided by 3, 7. 7 divided by 7 is equal 1. Divided by 1 is 1. So the common denominator will be, we have 2 here and 2 here. Take one of them times. 2 here, but there is no t here. Take it times. We have 2 here, it's not here. You have to take it times. 2 here is not here, take it. We have 2, there is no here, take it also. 5, it's not here, also take it. 5. 1, take one of them. And we have here 3, we have to take it also. And here we have 7. So multiply this by using the calculator. We have 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 5 times 1 times 3 times 7. So the numerator will be 3,360. This is the common denominator between these two. Okay, so this one will be 160. Multiply by which number to give this one? Also use the calculator. You have to divide this one divided by 160 is equal to, so this one must be multiplied by 21. Also the numerator 37, 35 must be multiplied by 21. The other minus 42 times, in order to get the number here, we have to divide this common denominator divided by 42. Use the calculator. 3360 divided by 42 is equal 80. So here 80 and 9 is here, must be multiplied by h. Okay, you can use the calculator to see which one is smaller and get the rational number in halfway between them. I think all can be solved using this way. So you have to try to solve all of this from A to F. Find the rational number that lies 1/3, 1/3, 1/3 of the way between this and 1. Okay, as I told you, put this rational number on the form of A over B and make same denominator for both rational number and get the smallest one. So you will add something to the smallest number, which is smallest number plus 1/3 times the difference between the big number minus the small one. The same way which we followed before. Here, find the number 1/4. 1/4 is 1/4, 1/4 between from the smallest. Okay, you can solve it. Find the number on fifth. Fifth means it became from 5. So it is 1/5. Of the way between this and this from the smaller, find the rational number between. Okay, we solved something like that before. He asked for rational number. If you remember, of course, first, this will be 3 times 4, and this will be 4 times 3. 4 times 3. Here is 3 times 4, and here is 4 times 3. So 1 must be multiplied by 4, and here 3 must be multiplied by 3. So we have 12 here and 12 here. We have the same denominator, and here is 4, and that one is 9. He asked for a rational number between these two. So the same denominator, and what is between 4 and 9? 5, 6, 7, 8. Which I mean 5/12, comma 6/12, comma 7/12, and so on. Find a rational number between these one. Okay, the same. The denominator will be 5 times 9, and here will be 9 times 5. 9 times 5. And you have to complete the solution.